Hey, my loves. Gonna give it a second. Hey, gang, gang. Something weird here. Okay, guys. So, what's good, C. Wilson? Did I do this wrong? Did I do this one as public and not realize? If so, maybe it's meant to be that way. We shall see. I think I may have said it to public. I've been having a tooth that's been messing with me since last night. So don't mind me. But all right, we're gonna get started. First off, let me see something. The 3 plants. I don't remember. You'll have to I don't remember what those are. You'd have to write them down or rewatch whatever you were watching. Hey, Copenhagen. I think that I set this one up wrong. And I did it by accident and I put it to public. But there must be a reason for that. So we're going to continue as we normally would. I do have an announcement because this is normally my Patreon live for Fridays. So maybe Spirit wants y'all to see what y'all missing out on Fridays, okay? So we're going to go ahead. Secondarily, I have an announcement that I was going to make to Patreon first, but evidently Spirit wants it out in the public. We have a special guest that is going to be appearing. What's good, Shauna? We have a special guest that's going to be appearing on Spring Equinox. Okay, his name is Jamal Robinson, and he's an astrologer, okay? And he's going to be going over some things with us about the upcoming eclipses. Okay, so that's going to be great. Stay tuned for that. Yeah. I feel like, what's good, Project Execute? I feel like this one's going to be a little crazy. I can tell you already, okay? Now, I just saw like an orb. So, there's a couple things I want to talk about. First off, Fannie Willis is staying in her position. What's good, Anna? Okay, let me follow down here so I can see what you guys are talking about. I got a little thrown off by the whole realizing it was public. But what was I saying? Fannie Willis is staying on the case. I did hear that there's a condition to her staying on the case that they want her to get rid of, oh boy, what's his name? Something Wade, right? Is it Anthony Wade? Um, okay. And I feel like that's going to happen. And as I said to you guys before in the Patreon, in the private group, she was not going to be removed. What will happen though is after this case is done, I feel like she's going to be moving along to a different lane, because they're going to stay coming for her. Okay, so it's time for her to open up her own law firm, you know. And I just heard Johnny Cochran, and go the Johnny Cochran route. Okay? This gonna make her career. Okay? I also saw something briefly about the judge with the orange one shut his request down for to dismiss here in the state of Florida. I heard that he was denied that. Okay? And that was the one that many people thought was going to go his way, because she's like almost, you know, allegedly almost on the take, because he's the one who put her in that position. And so she leans heavily into, you know, whatever he wants, right? You got Big Red is up for election. They're actually, you know, voting right now. And that's why the other dude that was in captivity, you know, he got unalived, right? Because they didn't want enough write-ins with the, excuse me, let me just slow down. You got that conflict that he got with the comedian. For those of you that aren't Patreon members, you have to use your critical thinking, because we don't say names here. What's good, Rose? Okay, you got to use your critical thinking skills. So Big Red got the conflict with the comedian. And he had an opposition. He had an opposition dude that he was holding in captivity. And being that the election was now, today, and dude got what? He got unalived like 2 weeks ago, right? What he was concerned about was that because of that other conflict with the comedian, and because although he tries to keep a tight ship about, you know, what is happening inside his borders, there's a lot of dissent within, because they feel like this is a very risky proposition. You understand? So, you know, he can't really afford too many things to go wrong, because no matter how strong the strong man looks, at the end of the day, if it risks their union, what they got going on, they'll take him out. And he knows this. So he wanted that other dude out, because what if too many names was written in? Yeah, he could have still held the seat, but it would have shown that he was losing his power. And that he can't afford. What's good, Tamila? Everybody, please send your condolences to Tamila. Okay, she has lost somebody in the family. We're all praying for you and with you. Okay, Tamila? So, I feel like there's just a lot to understand. I feel like the conflict in Haiti There's a party that is benefiting from that, and it's not only us. Understand? Here we don't play favorites. Okay? I feel like it doesn't only affect there. I feel like there's a deal in play. I feel like this deal goes in play depending on who were to win in the upcoming 2024 election. Let's just say that there are some people who believe that there are shithole countries, if you're following what I'm saying. Who wants to like undo some allegiances as a punishment and take on new ones if they adhere to strongman mentality. So, you know, think Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, these seem like major pieces of the puzzle, per se. And breaking some alliances to create new ones, harsh ones. But I don't know how that would work. That's all the message that I'm getting in regards to that. Okay? Now, for some of the viewers that are not Patreon members, it's going to be a little strange when I say this, but the Patreon members are fully aware that back beforehand, when, how can we say the terms? When the big queen, when she went on to the other side, and I said, you know, that the son was going to come in, but that he wasn't going to be there long because they were going to find out that he had something. And then that just came out like what, like a few weeks ago, a month ago, whatever, right? When that came out, I said to y'all, I said, yeah, he ain't the only one. There's another one in there that's not well. I also said back when they tapped the son, like, hey, you'll be the next in succession. I said to you, I don't know why, but I see the other son actually getting it. I've been saying that for some time. It has something to do with this situation right now. There's something that they're not wanting to show. There's a lot of funny business happening over there. What's good, Tawanda? You know, it goes to show, and you see I haven't touched no cards yet. It goes to show that two children in the same household can have a very different affect to them. The other one, the older one, has a harsh heart. One of our members has sent to the group a video about how they are planning certain type security and National Guard for the eclipse. And I feel like it's a twofer, allegedly, a twofer. I feel like while that's going on, something else is going to be going on. They're going to be immersed. You got clarify, investigate, immersed, like we'll be too immersed in something to investigate the mystery, 8th house. Testing, testing. There's going to be a test that day. This is only a test. The American Broadcasting System, this is only a test. Spirit, can you show me? Midheaven Pinnacle. It is in the sky. Saturn structure. I feel like something either is coming online or getting turned on, or something is the flipping the switch. So for those of you that don't normally watch, you know, you guys aren't Patreon members, let me just say to you, over here we do a lot of spiritual growth work, but on Fridays we allow Spirit the room to make predictions. And this is our breaking news. Allegedly, it happens Friday mornings, sometimes Saturday if the schedule doesn't permit. And we get into stuff like this. Spirit, can you show me? Those who have won major victories realize that all the resources to win are within, and that most knowledge needed to succeed is acquired after action. And I said to you that there are several players everywhere, but there's several players that have set plans in motion, especially Big Red, the orange one, that they cannot turn around now. Okay? And so this happens to create a cascade event. Because as the other players recognize that these people are going to shoot their shot no matter what, then they have to move accordingly for their nation's best interests. And so what you're seeing is a cascading event, right? What should I finally face in my life? What truths and realities are preventing my growth and happiness? What could I do about it right now? And how can I better connect with the moment so that I can master what the hour demands of me, right? I feel like in many ways that card is us. That's the collective. Trying to manage their frequencies. You know, they are definitely putting a pinch on the economy because they're trying to do another wealth transfer, okay? So every decade they try to take more out from, because we keep building ourselves up no matter what. So they're trying to extract, okay? They thought we weren't going to do as well as we did under the circumstances of COVID, and look, people fared pretty well, right? We're ingenious with ways to maintain. And so now they're trying to extract some of those gains, right? And I feel like we this is like a challenge for us to try to remain focused on the timeline that we are jumping to. They in turn understand this. Okay? They in turn understand that Aquarius is in Pluto and that this gives the effect of a rebirth of the collective, okay, wanting to work together for the collective, right? So they're gonna try to come down on that shit. They are. I feel like they come out on the losing end, but it will be difficult. In other words, like, I don't think that the TikTok ban, even if it goes through, it doesn't go through. It doesn't happen. Okay? And they're trying to make people divest from the company under terms, but what it is they want where that revenue goes, they want to be in control of that. They want to be in control of that. I feel like I should go with this one after, because I want to see what's happening to that woman who's, you know, ain't nobody could find her, right? You know, y'all know who I'm talking about? Her whole life, her mother raised her, literally, and openly discusses how she raised her for the position that she is in right now. And all of a sudden, this woman is nowhere to be found. And they're saying that she has a stomach thing, and I read last week there was something, and there was a procedure. I feel like there were several procedures, actually. I feel like something, you know, allegedly didn't, like maybe it was an infection, they gotta go back in, they gotta clean something up, whatever, right? But there's something more. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So the King of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck right now. There's also a child under there. Ooh, ooh. We're going to continue. Something is over. And how it's over is what's up for question. I will be clarifying that. Next to that, there's a King of Cups in the reverse. A heartless, not stable man. There's a Knight of Cups who party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. I feel like this is old girl's sister. I feel like something transpired. I feel like there's an incident that happens between the two of them that doesn't go well. I feel like they're trying to smooth something over for the nicey nice with the Temperance card heel. Okay, they'll say she's healing. I feel like she is healing, but I feel like there's like something else going on. Let's clarify some of these. Yeah, this card out. There we go. And the card that was out of the deck was the Seven of Cups, so illusions, right? So this is like what they're putting up, right? Smoke screens. Spirit, can you show me what's behind the veil there? You're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. There's a gentleman. His name could be like Nigel or something. But basically, he's cleanup. The world, Spirit. What did I say? Before I even shuffled, I said there's a man that does cleanup. King of Wands, and he takes action. He's quite bold. Hangman. He cleans up all the uncomfortable situations. Magician, and hides the dirty secrets. The Devil, things that would bring down the family. Two of Cups, so that things, Two of Swords, so that things remain unseen. Five of Pentacles, and things stay outside that they don't want. Are we all understanding what I'm saying? So you got this toxic ass. I would love to know when the eldest son is born, but let's just say it doesn't even matter what sign, because it could be, anywhere in his chart. But this person, the King of Cups in reverse, is a heartless, insecure, could be emotionally unstable, and even violent. With the Death card, shit. And the Page of Wands, a bad decision. With the Three of Cups at an event. So something happened at a specific event that turned very sour. Ten of Wands, and they've been trying to clean it ever since. Clean up on aisle 2, right? The Moon, keep it a secret, right? Queen of Swords, and she's hella angry. Four of Cups. I feel like it's quite possible that wherever she is, it might not fully be up to her. Okay? The Knight of Cups, Spirit, why? So you got the Knight of Cups here, the Star, and the Tower. Something really happened at some opulent location. Do you see that? See the water fountain in the back? There's a lot of alcohol. There's this other guy. He feels wealthy as well. But I feel like he's awkward, okay? I feel like he likes her. I feel like he likes her. I feel like this guy gets all the attention. Okay? I feel like something goes awry. And something jeopardizes the future path with the Star here, okay? Okay, because if something comes to light, then old boy might be overlooked. Because they might say that he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, or that he ain't wrapped too tight. Let's say that this feminine, who we can't find, is arguing with this masculine because she saw a weird reaction to something. I feel like she's used to him reacting to her like that. But for instance, allegedly, let's say that this person and this person, you know, I said he likes her, right? Let's say that they're doing something and this person gets like a jealousy attack. Like, why are you jealous? That don't make sense. Something is not right. This person has a reaction to something. I feel like she you know, all my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. Standing here outside the door, ready, I'm so lonesome I could die. Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never. And I wonder where the kids are. Anyway, 2 of Pentacles, okay? No choices. You leave me no choice. I will not let you jeopardize y'all following, right? And instead of making something better, the decision that this King of Cups in reverse made it worse. Because now it's like they got to hold her where she's at until they can make her change her mind, which could be the 12th of never. You feel me? The Temperance card. And then what? And then you got to call the King of Wands to come in and clean it up on aisle 3. You feel me? Because if she doesn't change her mindset, Temperance card coming out with the King of Swords and Daddy Warbucks and the 8 of Swords. The decisions you made along the way, son, pave your way for jail or for something legal. 10 of Cups and the Hermit and the Queen of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles and the Temperance. That's not, look, wow. That's not how you bring in the side chick. Look, I feel like there's somebody else, not just a side chick. I feel like later, not now, later. It's going to come to the attention that hooping and hollering over Megan was a whole lot of nothing. Because the older one dibbled and dabbled too. But this person feels like they're the help or they're related to the help. In other words, they have access to that residence in a different capacity than the average person. And he has taken liberties with that person. As I said, allegedly taken liberties. Okay, so now there's a situation, a brew. Something happened at an event. Something was seen, something was, right? She may have already been scheduled for a procedure, but it feels like no. Let's see this King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And I don't know, I'll wet my cards for a minute. Hold on, guys. I don't know if there is, you know, because I'm not from there, so I don't know the rules. I don't know what you could get disqualified for. Okay, but this King of Pentacles is being clarified by the Justice card and the Queen of Wands. And when I said the King of Pentacles, there was a kid under here. I felt like this kid was not a known child. Do you understand? Could be trying to make up for a divorce to get someone else in that position, but that might have been the long-term goal, but I feel like something went wrong at an event. And now they are trying to find a way around the situation. Okay? And the Empress. So somebody could be pregnant right now. Also, the Empress is the Divine Mother, you know. But the boy, the other son, he is the real one. I don't know why they just always say that he's the one that is supposed to be there. Okay? Let's get into another deck. Move these out of the way. You know, I feel like people want her to pop up, but I feel like she can't pop up. I feel like she's someplace they have control of that situation. And there was like a was it King Henry VIII who used to keep his wives locked up? Allegedly, you know. Spirit. Supreme ordeal. Oppressor. Coward. Caregiver charlatan. I knew this was him. Okay, so something with Big Red. He's big mad because we're going to give money anyway to the comedian. Okay? I feel like he knows that his back is against the wall, and that's why he did that to that dude, because he's trying to hold on to power so tight, because he knows that if people are able to express what they feel, they're gonna, you know, they're going to want to buck, right? But He wants to instill fear, right? And then the caregiver. I feel like there's an extraction of information from an elder. I feel like this person could have been said that they were not here anymore, if you follow what I'm saying. But I feel like what they're really doing is giving information. And the charlatan has access to that information. And that's how he's been able to do all of this. Okay, so this could be so for those of you that are not Patreon members, I have been saying for quite some time that allegedly, the orange one can't win. There's no way to win. And there's no way to clean it up. It's only one way to clean it up. So are they talking in future tense of this extraction? Okay? Something given to the big red so he could information. You know, this could even be information about programs and intelligence. And this is a test of the American broadcasting system and the eclipses. And this one just started getting his briefings back. And now they want to resurrect the plan that they had in the past, a returning to status quo. Only thing is that something is dissipating. The window is closing. Okay, gathering aid. Dude needs flow really quickly to cover all the ends. Okay, but I feel like inside, the same people he's squeezing for this to have control again are the same people who are ready to let it go. I think I better let it go. Looks like another TKO, right? And with the reward card, they win for getting away from him. But they also recognizing how for sale he is with the strategy, right? They're thinking about the long term, what it would be, and we would be sunned as a nation to that other nation, okay? It's weird. Tests and trials, right? We're at a critical period. Soon he starts coming back out. Try to rally the younger people, okay? Try to, you know, like have the Dems recall a sweeter time. And so they won't refer to him as the old one, but as what did they used to call him? Barbecue Joe or something like that, right? Where he could be at the barbecues, like remind us how he was under him, okay? Okay, I feel like this judge, inventor, teacher, I feel like one of the cases goes bad. It's not Fanny's. Could be the other one out of New York over the stripper. Okay, I feel like somebody entered evidence on purpose that they knew was bogus, because that way they could say, well, you see, some of it is real, some of it's bogus. You couldn't even tell the difference, right? I feel like this is some kind of switcheroo. I feel like it's a small win because the hinges don't lie on that. I feel like he wants this team of 9, if you follow the supreme ones, to throw out that second thing that they're about to hear from him. I believe it's in April. Okay? I feel like you can't really do that. I feel like they're not going to do that. I feel like what they're going to say is, you can still participate in things, but once you don't have any immunity, and once you're convicted, then now that's when you're done for. And so that's where his issues lie right now. And so he's quite desperate. I also feel like he's done some dumb things and had to be reeled in. Had to be told to be reeled in, okay? So in other words, allegedly, it feels to me like he went to somebody or wanted somebody to see about the stripper chick. But that wouldn't end the situation. And that's why she's still with us. Because that's what they told him. That would make it worse, not better. So somebody's not using their common sense. The lost dreamer is here, so the lost dreamer and integration. Here goes the TikTok battle. They want that segment of society to fall in line, get in line, right? Refusal to change, and they ain't. And the final approach, and the people who had a certain type of power, they're being stripped of that. They may not recognize that because they're trying to be so aggressive to hold on to shit, but it is what it is. Okay, you have the deadbeat and the mentor, right? A lot of these people that were following particular ideologies are about to really get their asses handed to them. And I feel like those in power are going to walk away. As above, so below. It also feels like, when speaking of the orange one, like he was sold a bill of bullshit, even though to the highest bidder, right? And Big Red was like, let me teach you how to become what I am, which is a dictator. But he ain't coming to save you, boo-boo. He ain't. He used you up. And now that you're in the winds, You know, he gonna try to tip the scales a little bit, spend a couple bill, you know, on some compromise and some back information and put some shit on the internet. But he ain't coming to save you though. Now you're praying. Oh, I hope I can make it to the election so that way, you know, I can fire everybody and try to get these things to go away. Because as of right now, and y'all know this to be true, he's trying to find somebody to bond him that other case, the bigger case. Once he gets the bond for that case, the appeals move forward. Yeah, they're on hold. But if he loses those appeals, which he will, then he loses his brand. Then the collateral is taken immediately. So all he's done is punt the ball down the line. He ain't stopping shit. There's already talks and people in high positions liquidating certain types of money. Why? I think that there are individuals who are waiting for certain things to come up that would be prime if only they could take the name off of it. So like that one on Fifth Ave, that's next to like a Gucci store and shit. Fifth Ave is prime. I used to work for a real estate company, a commercial real estate company actually, on Fifth Avenue, okay? Those buildings are worth big money. Okay? One apartment is in the millions. Okay? So, there are things at play. Make sure that you have your supplies by the 25th of March. Water, right? Candles, batteries. Because as I said before, and we already saw a little bit of that, like the phones went down, certain carriers, it was only for a day. I feel like what we get is a lot of disruptions. They may not be everywhere at the same time. But I do feel like that's coming. I feel like there are some tests, and there could be some tests specifically around April 8th. Where they can say, oh, it was that. But it wasn't that. It was something else, allegedly. You follow what I'm saying? In the cover of night, in the cover of night, in the cover of night. Tunnels. Okay? So they could say something like, oh, well, it caused this, which then caused this. And so there was some rumbling, but maybe there's actual testing. There's some testing happening around there, allegedly, okay? Now, I feel like allegedly, the woman we were discussing, it feels like there's a 4 attached to it. So 4 days, 4 months, 4 years. You understand? But it feels like within 4. So we'll hear something with the number 4 attached to it. Could have been 4 months after she, you know, okay, 4 months from now, whatever. I believe they had 3 children. Maybe it was also going to be a 4th. But something went wrong with that at that event, allegedly. Okay? So I am going to leave it there, guys. For those of you that watched, that enjoyed this, we do this every Friday. Please come and join us on Patreon, okay? And especially the top tier, because we do rituals once a month and the collective votes on it, okay? Um, I'm so glad you made this public by accident. Thank you for letting me stay. No problem, Shauna. But yeah, the top tier, first off, even the second tier, what we're doing over there is learning about herbs and how, you know, to best serve yourself spiritually. Okay, so if you want to change your life, that's where you need to be. You need to be over at Patreon with us. We have a lot of fun over there. All right. So I'm wishing you all light and love, and don't forget to keep an eye out for the spring equinox show that I'm doing with 720 Astrology, Jamal Robinson. You guys want to look out for that, okay? It's going to be a blast, okay? Also, if you want to join Patreon, there's a ritual on Sunday. So hurry, hurry, hurry. You got a couple of days, all right? Looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Wishing you light and love and blessings on blessings. Bye, guys.